Hi everybody, I'm back again with another Hot Toys figure video. About a week ago when I did the Crow video, I said that I had two figures arrive on the same day. Well, this is the second one that came with him. This is the Mark II War Machine die cast figure. It isn't 100% die cast, it's about 50-50, the other half is plastic. I will go over the die cast parts as we look at the figure a bit more closely, but this is going to be a two-part video. This is how I'm going to do my videos now. The first part is going to be just showing you the figure, what accessories it comes with, just a general sort of talk about it, and the second part of the video is going to be a posing video. Also at the end of this video I will put the Mark I up against him so you can see the difference between the two. This does have light up features in the eyes, the hands and the chest, and the stand as well. I haven't put the batteries in purely because I'm worried about them leaking, so I will never show it like that. If you want to see the light up features on this figure, there are other reviewers out there who have done it, so check on their videos. Xenomorph for one, and a couple of others. So I'll give you a head to toe look and show you what it comes with. Okay, before we move on to the figure, talk about the base first. This is all plastic. It does have a light up feature. It's like a bluey white sort of light that shines up all the way around. It's got, you need to have two AA batteries that you put underneath. It's very similar to the stands from the other Iron Man figures. It's all plastic, as I say, apart from the rod at the back, which is metal. You'll be able to see that a bit more when I turn the figure around. Comes with the nameplate. It's a bit difficult to pick up because the light's shining off it. There we go. He also comes with 7 hands. 2 hands that come on the figure, which is the ones that most people will probably show him with, is the articulated hands, articulated fingers. It does have the light up arc beam, repulsor beam on these hands. It also comes with 2 solid moulded open palmed hands with the light up feature as well. It does bend up as well, so you can actually show it as if he's got his palm out, which is nice. Same with the other one. That's why they've added these ones, because of this fitting here. These hands don't do it, they're just straight onto the arm. It also comes with 2 fisted hands. These don't have the light up feature. Come on, focus, you bugger. There we go. These don't have the light up feature, same as the other Iron Man figures. And he comes with the saluting hand, which does have the light up feature. Now this figure wasn't in the Iron Man 3 movie. I believe this has come from the actual comics. The figure that was in the Iron Man 3 movie was obviously Iron Patriot. Basically they're exactly the same figures, the only difference being is the paint scheme. And with the Iron Patriot you can actually lift the face mask off and you can see Don Cheadle underneath. You can't do that with this one. The other accessories he comes with is his rocket type weapon that you just switch out. Goes on his left arm. Spin it round. This part just pulls straight off. You've got the connectors there. which connects straight into this hole here, and then you just replace it with this one. But you'll see that on the second video when I do the posing. You can see easily fits on, not a problem whatsoever. The other accessory he comes with is his cannon that goes on his back. This is all plastic. It's fully articulated as well. This part flips up. The actual cannon can go 360 degrees right round. We'll get it into focus in a little while so you can have a better look. Also, this part here is where it connects onto the back. You'll see that when I turn him round. This little lug here does rotate 360 degrees. So too does the part of the gun that it's connected to. I'll just show you a little bit. I don't want to force it too much with one hand because it might snap. I say that does move as well, as you can see there. And there's also a hinge right here. It does allow that to swivel as well. Let's try and hold it still now so you can get it into focus. There's the decals there. Really nice detail on this. So it is all made out of plastic. But again, you'll see that better when I'm posing the figure up in video number 2. And that's basically all he comes with. So we'll move on to the actual figure itself. Talk about the battery compartments. Oh, I forgot to mention, they're the batteries that he comes with. They're not in the figure, you have to put them in, and they're giving you this handy screwdriver so you can put them in. And the batteries, on the top of the head, this part flips off, and there's a little screw in there, and you put the batteries in there. If I spin him round, this part flips off, and there's a battery compartment in there, and the same again on his arms. Obviously these ones are for lighting up his repulsor beams, this one for his arc reactor on his chest, and this one on the top for obviously his eyes. This is where the cannon goes in. You can put it in anywhere you want on the back here. There's the metal pole. On the other Iron Man and the other figures that Hot Toys done, it was a clear plastic pole, but this is actually metal. It needs to be, because the figure's quite heavy, so it needs to be quite sturdy. So moving on to the suit. You've got two main tones of colour. You've obviously got the grey and the silver. The head moves very easily. You can have that virtually anywhere you want. No real restrictions on how you can pose that. With the arms, this part here is plastic. This is die cast, but the actual part here, the silver part, is plastic. For the arms, this is all die cast. You've got bits of plastic in there, like the bit on his forearm there is plastic. Some of this is die cast. This is all plastic. This is die cast. So too down the front of the legs, all die cast. Feet, I believe this is it feels plastic. There is somebody on the internet that has highlighted all the die cast parts on this figure, but for articulation wise, for the arms, you have to be careful. Although it is half and half metal and plastic, it does feel fragile. For the arms, I think you have to lift it up slightly or pull it out to get the sort of the required pose that you want. You'll see that a bit better in, say, in the second video. The feet, you do have articulation all through the ankles, so you can virtually have them exactly how you want. It does have a flap at the back, but it doesn't stay there, so it's more for show. For the legs, this part here does pop out to allow you to move the legs more freely for posing. Again, you'll see that on the second video. Really nice paint scheme on this figure. Nice detailing. All the little decals that are dotted around the body. What I'll do is I'll just keep quiet for a moment and I'll give you a general look around the whole body, sort of close up, so you can get a better idea of what he looks like. So I'll spin around from the front and we'll start from here. The grey parts on the body does look like a sort of a pearlescent sort of effect to it. You can probably just about pick it out where it shines up. A little bit of detail in there on the shoulders. Again, the decals on the back. I probably won't bother with the Iron Patriot, mainly because I prefer the look of this guy. Really, I don't want them both. One is enough. And I say they essentially are exactly the same figure. You've got his name on there, Lieutenant Colonel James Rhodes. So what I'll do to finish off this video, I will pause it here, and when we come back the Mark I will be standing next to him. Okay, here they are side by side. Obviously this one looks taller because he's standing on a bigger base, but you can see the differences between the two. They are completely different. This one's got the panelling on the front, the arc reactor is completely different, face mask is different, there's less lines on the front of the mask than there is on this one. Obviously the cannon, completely different. The leg work, it's a lot bulkier. This one's more of a streamlined figure. He doesn't have the cannons on the arms, or obviously the rockets up there. Move them both round to the side so you can see the difference on the side of them. See a lot more bulkier legs than this guy. Feet are completely different. Around the back. A lot more sort of detailing on the back of this. You can see there the cannon. I've articulated it a bit so you can move it to how you want. This one just slides across the back. This one can go in an arc. Shoulder pads on the newer version, a bit bigger. There's the bits at the back that you don't get on the newer version. And just move them around to the side, so you can see this side. That one's got Mark I on it. That one has Mark II. Mark I is more robot sort of type, more robotic. Looks more like a machine, whereas the Mark II is more humanoid, really, if that's the right way of saying it. More realistic, as it were, more human-like. But yeah, there you go. That's just the first part 1 of my Mark II video. So part 2 will be purely poses, so you can see what sort of movement you can get from the figure and how well you can pose it, and it is surprisingly poseable. So until then, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.